Tell him he needs to put it on the center of the pitch. I mean, he's good.
He can hear you.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
You can send direction to him.
All right. Cool. I just wanted to make sure you could hear me, bro. So thanks. Center of the pitch, and then what's going to happen is that here in a second, the two rows of teams are going to come together in the middle of the pitch, and they're going to walk out and just stay centered on them when they come out. We're ready to start recording. Yep. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the opening round of the 2018 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. On behalf of FC Wichita, welcome to Wichita, Kansas. We're at Trinity Sports Complex where Wichita FC hosts the OKC Energy U23s. I'm Johnny Freedom. With me tonight is Zacharino Light.
Well, thanks, Johnny. It's a warm evening here in Wichita. We certainly would like to welcome everybody watching from around the U.S., especially any OKC fans who couldn't make the trip up to Wichita.
Yes, welcome fans, and especially OKC fans cheering on your hometown club. This is going to be an exciting matchup tonight. Both clubs are really early in their seasons. FC Wichita is coming off of a home and opening season match, which was a 5-0 victory over Ozark FC last Saturday. Wichita fans were treated to a show from their new signing, Nelson Landaverde, who had a brace in his first match for the boys in red. The Energy FC 23s have had their first week of practice, but they announced 25 great signings over the past several weeks in Division I players, some quality players from around the United States. Both clubs are still fresh, obviously, but they're still looking to find the chemistry that have each team coming off of league championships last season.
Absolutely, Johnny. Wichita and Oklahoma City had fantastic results last season. FC Wichita are the defending NPSL Heartland Conference champions. They made it to the Southern Regional Final last year before losing to Midland Odessa 1-0. OKC Energy U23s finished 12-1-1 and were the PDL Mid-South Division champions. Oklahoma City lost in the PDL Southern Conference Championship to FC Miami City 1-0.
And both clubs have had decent showings in last year's U.S. Open Cup. OKC beat Wichita's Heartland Conference rivals Tulsa Athletic 4-2 in PKs in the opening round. And then the second round, they lost to the USL club Tulsa Roughnecks 5-3 in a match that saw them fall short after fighting back from a 5-0 deficit. FC Wichita, on the other hand, beat Azteca FC from Colorado 1-0 in an opening round that was extended by literally a torrential downpour. In the second round, FC Wichita fell short to St. Louis FC 4-3 in extra time, which was an intense back-and-forth game that was full of second-half action.
Should be an interesting and exciting match for this Central Region U.S. Open Cup match tonight in Wichita. This is Oklahoma City's second appearance in the Cup, and they are looking to repeat their opening round run of victories. Wichita, which is in their third consecutive appearance, also want to make a deeper run in the Cup. USL's Tulsa Roughnecks await the winner from tonight in the second round, which is on May 16th at Hurricane Soccer Stadium in Tulsa.
Fantastic, Zach. Let's take a look at the rosters for both clubs. Starting rosters for FC Wichita: in goal, number 1, Stephen Hammerski. Left back, number 4, Luis Vidal-Pla. Center back, number 7, Chris Lemons. Center back, 70, Uzi Tayu. And right back, number 16, Sebastian Pineda. In the midfield, left mid, number 6, Eddie Gomez. Center mid, number 5, Leo Sosa. And right mid, number 11, new signing, Nelson Landaverde. Starting up top tonight, left forward, number 10, Ben Ando, and right forward, number 29, Thomas Wells. Striker tonight for FC Wichita is number 15, Frank Teyu. For the OKC Energy FC U23, starting in goal tonight, number 8 is Cooper Clark. Left back, number 20, Clifford Mena. Center back, number 26, Tyler LaCourse. Center back, number 5, Nikola Fimich. And right back, number 22, Tyler Moss. In the midfield, they're running 4 across, running a 4-4-2 tonight. Number 14, Munashi Raranji. Center mid, number 4, Jurgen Peterson. And center mid, number 2, Luis Bennett. Right mid, 23, Llewellyn Evans. Up top, 2 forwards tonight, number 7, Jorge Asensi. And number 10, Josh Garcia. Head coach for the OKC Energy FC U23s is John Perlman. Officials tonight in the center is Luis Tribaldo. Official number 1, assistant referee number 1 is Brian Otten. Assistant referee number 2 is Devin Blazik. And your 4th official tonight will be Philip Gomez. Zach, here in a minute, we're going to turn it over to the field mic for the announcing of the national anthem.
Number 6, Eddie Gomez. Starting at center mid, number 5, Leo Sosa. Right middle, number 11, Nelson Landaverde. Starting at left forward, number 10, Ben Ando. Starting at right forward, number 29, Thomas Wells. And your striker tonight, number 15, Frank Tayu. The center official is Louis Trabalto. The assistant referee 1 is Brian Otten. Assistant referee 2 is Devin Blazik. And the 4th official is Philip Gomez. Please stand for the national anthem. FC Wichita would like to thank our wonderful sponsors for keeping us happy and healthy. Special thanks to Mid-America Orthopedics and your training staff for keeping all of us happy and healthy.
Well, Zach, it's going to be an exciting night tonight here. We're at Trinity Soccer Complex in Wichita, Kansas. It's hot out. It's about 90 degrees right now, maybe a little short of 90 degrees. Also, look like we're having a little technical difficulties, so unfortunately we're not streaming tonight, but you are catching a recorded view of this. And so, again, we apologize for the technical difficulties here tonight. First round U.S. Open Cup, longest running cup in any American sport, Zach, running since the early 1900s.
It's a very, very prestigious event. I've followed the Cup now for a number of years, and it's one of my favorite tournaments of the year. You always see a team from this first round make a deep run, and we'd love to see one of these two teams make a run in this tournament.
Absolutely. You got a PDL club here, both 4th division teams. You got a PDL club in OKC Energy, PDL association with the USL OKC Energy Club, obviously. And then you got an NPSL club here at FC Wichita with no professional affiliation, but with connections, not necessarily affiliations, but connections with some pro clubs. So it's exciting, and we hope that there's some professional scouts out and coaches taking a look at some of these players to see potentially some future players in their organizations. Again, I'm Johnny Freedom with FC Wichita. With me, Zach Light will be calling the game for you tonight. Going to be exciting. We're happy to be here for you. And we're waiting for the kick here. Kick's coming up here real quick. We'll go through some of these players for FC Wichita. Hammerski with professional experience, indoor experience. He's getting the call up from the normal starting goalkeeper, Mark Weir. Mark Weir, NPSL Heartland Conference first team goalkeeper last year for FC Wichita. Had a great year last year. Mark, unfortunately, is a college coach who just got back into Wichita this week, so not really ready to step up in between the pipes. If you caught the game on last Saturday, Hammerski got a shutout against Ozark FC, if not for some great defensive effort from his back line, but also for some great saves that Hammerski made. Would be the first team #1 keeper for any club around the NPSL.
And he had a fantastic game against Ozark FC in the home opener here in NPSL action for FC Wichita. So, kind of surprising to not see Weir in the lineup, but like you said, just arrived this week to Wichita into training. Hammerski's a solid backup. Expect a big performance from him tonight. Also expect a big performance from FC Wichita's Thomas Wells. This guy came in just after halftime of the game against Ozark FC and really changed the game for FC Wichita, helped them get those 3 second half goals. So,
and he's from the University of Tulsa. Not a big player, but a big play player.
Yes.
Did a fantastic job. Brought pace to the game, and a different look to the game as well. And linked up with Frank Tayu early in coming on in his substitution, and was creating opportunities from the get-go. So we're excited to see what Thomas can do. Thomas, who was a developed club player here in Wichita with Sporting Rojos, played his high school ball at Cape and Mount Carmel, and now he's at the University of Tulsa Division I program there. So excited to see what he can do tonight. OKC with the ball. They send the ball forward. They're looking for number 23. That's Llewellyn Evans. And it finds the comforting hands of Stephen Hammerski. And we got the roster from OKC a little late, so we were doing some quick lookups on some of these players from OKC, so we apologize. We have a lot of information on them. Again, we didn't get the roster till about 30 minutes from kickoff, so we did our best. Llewellyn Evans is an Oklahoma player, the USAO Chickasha. So good player, big player. He's wearing number 23.
Unfortunate mistouch there from FC Wichita, giving possession back to Oklahoma City. Very back and forth here in the early minutes of the game. Oklahoma City looking to play that long ball over the top to their forwards. And now, and of course, that's
number 2 goes down easy. That's Luis Bennett. He's former U20 U.S. national team player, previously with the Swope Park Ranger program. He's now with OKC Energy. He's a smaller player in stature, but he's looks like a pretty strong player. Felt that little touch and decided to make the best of it.
You have to be
OKC with the ball.
Have to be a pretty versatile player to participate in the Swope Park Rangers. Of course, a affiliate of Sporting KC, coached by Paulo Nagamura, Sporting KC legend.
Absolutely. Swope Park Rangers, believe, made it to the final last year, USL
Did make
final.
a final last year, yes.
So a great program there. So FC Wichita with a quick restart. That's Leo Sosa. There's a former OKC Energy player some of you OKC fans might remember. That's Sebastian Pineda. Played 2 years ago in Oklahoma City. Played last year with FC Tucson. Ben Ando on the ball there. There's number 10. He's in a battle with number 22. That's Tyler Moss. FC Wichita applying a lot of pressure.
And it's a much different test for FC Wichita tonight versus their NPSL opener versus Ozark FC. And this OKC Energy team essentially serves as the reserves for their second division USL Pro team. So it'll be interesting to see the tactics the coaching staff takes tonight. Looks like they're pushing forward and trying to get that early goal, which is, in these tournament games, a huge must.
No, absolutely. And both of these clubs, again, are really new in the season. OKC Energy hasn't had a game yet. They've had a week of practices, and so these players, again, are still getting to know each other, still building the chemistry, as is FC Wichita. FC Wichita on a week full of practices in one game. So again, this is a different club. Some of these faces may not be the faces that the OKC Energy fans see in 2 weeks. Again, same thing with FC Wichita. Some of these players are just here for a couple weeks, may continue on with the season, and it's hard to say. These rosters will change as the season progresses.
Great throwing in attempt there, just unfortunately wasted from an awkward touch there by number 15. I believe that's Frank Tayu.
Frank Tayu didn't get, that wasn't necessarily the ball that he was looking for. In addition, looks like he was offside. So the keeper steps up. The keeper tonight for OKC Energy is number 8, Cooper Clark, University of Tulsa goalkeeper.
Frank Tayu is a very interesting player out there. Broke the MASL record for goals in indoor this season.
Yeah, played for Sonora Soul in the MASL, as Zach, as you were saying, 70-plus goals this season, just a dominating force. And was the one, not only the Golden Boot, but also won the MVP for the league. Big player. There he goes. He's going to go one-on-one here.
Oh, what a move there.
Unfortunate touch there inside the 18. Got a little far away from him, but was having his way with the OKC defenders. They really unfortunate. Fortunate for the OKC defenders that Frank Tayu didn't get a great final touch there. FC Wichita will be up 1-0.
Right, and a bold goalkeeping there from Cooper Clark to come off his line and rush out and get around that ball as quick as what he did, because if he hadn't and Frank had gotten another shot at that ball,
well, Frank Tayu's a big boy. Frank Tayu, not only is he great with his feet, but he's also pretty big. He's 6'3", about 180 pounds. Probably says 180 on the roster, but if I look at him, he's good 180, 200 pounds of nothing but blood, muscle, and bone. So
absolutely.
Seeing that freight train coming at you, got to be a little scary, but something to say about goalkeepers, Zaccarino. I raised 2 goalkeepers. 2 of my kids were goalkeepers. They're a little crazy. They're a little crazy. Well, I want to give a big shout out tonight. I want to thank a couple of our sponsors. I want to thank Dr. Kyson Frank, the official chiropractor of FC Wichita. Thank him. We couldn't keep the boys on the pitch without the doctors over there taking good care of him. Also want to thank MJ Productions. MJ Productions, Mike Zarich, in charge of MJ Production, bringing you this feed tonight. Unfortunate touch there from FC Wichita, gives OKC the ball. FC Wichita providing the pressure here. As we mentioned before, Zaccarino, next up for the winner of this match is going to be the Tulsa Roughnecks, a USL club. FC Wichita's poll has had a great relationship with the Roughnecks over the years. In fact, one of our better defenders, who actually is on a bit of a training spell in San Diego and LA with a couple pro teams, James Togba, came out of Tulsa. So we have a great relationship with the Roughnecks. We're looking forward to seeing them in the next round. Hopefully, if FC Wichita can pull out this win.
Free kick opportunity.
Ball comes in, headed away by OKC. Wonderful touch there. Nelson Landaverde with the ball. He's looking to whip the ball back in. He sends the ball back, finds Chris Lemons.
It's 26 Tyler LaCourse doing all the work defending that free kick opportunity.
And Chris Lemons, for those who don't know, Chris Lemons, number 7, former MLS player.
Yes.
Developed out of Wichita, Kansas. Played all over the place, USL-wise, and then again had a bit of a small spell with the Colorado Rapids many, many years ago. Played with the Charleston Battery and several USL clubs. Has been a coach. He's the coach here in Wichita for the Andover Trojans, the boys and the girls team, and he's just been a kind of a staple in the roster for FC Wichita, just from his experience and his leadership. Corner kick coming up.
And that cross doesn't really find anybody in the box, but Wichita still possessing.
Well done there by FC Wichita. Great tackle there from number 6. That's Eddie Gomez, McPherson product there, McPherson College player. Eddie getting an assist last week on the corner kick in that FC Ozark game. Lemons with the ball. He looks up.
Eddie Gomez coming from an open tryout, I believe, with FC Wichita.
Absolutely.
Just expected to be kind of a filler player, but already making an impact on this squad.
Starting 11 for FC Wichita. Again, as with several of the other players on this team, with several other clubs within the NPSL and the PDL, you know, these players coming out of college, you know, the clubs are, you know, in essence at the mercy of these colleges. You know, when the players take their finals. Ben Ando. And that's easily collected there by Cooper Clark. As I was mentioning before, the colleges, when the players take their finals, that's when they can be released. And so these clubs, you know, playing with college players, that's one of the positives in it far outweigh the negatives. The negatives being, you know, sometimes it takes a couple weeks to get all these players here. And again, FC Wichita's still waiting for a couple players as they're still taking their finals.
Oklahoma City looking to possess now, slow things down, get their pace, get their flow going here into the game. Because the last few minutes or so, it's been
a lot of pressure from FC Wichita, absolutely. And here comes some more pressure from FC Wichita. Leo Sosa puts it in the corner.
Great chip there to get that ball, but an unfortunate touch there.
That was Thomas Wells. Unfortunate touch from Thomas Wells. We're into the 11th minute here. It's still 0-0 here at Trinity Soccer Complex in Wichita, Kansas. FC Wichita hosting the OKC Energy FC U23s in this first round of the U.S. Open Cup. On behalf of FC Wichita, I'm Johnny Freedom. Thanks for being in here. Stay tuned in and we'll keep it going here for you. Free kick coming in from the goalkeeper. It's collected by FC Wichita, Nelson Landaverde. Sorry, Mike had that ball played in, looking for Teyu. OKC looking to open up the ball a little bit. Looking to play the ball wide, finds Munashi Raranji. Good pressure from him. He's tackled from behind by Nelson Landaverde. Going to be a free kick coming up for OKC. It'll be interesting to see. Again, a week into practice, Zach hadn't had a chance to really probably work on the set pieces like they want to. And again, one thing, if you notice, FC Wichita big. All 4 players across the back line are over 6'2". So FC Wichita back line is pretty big. OKC Energy, I was out on the pitch earlier grabbing numbers, name pronunciations and things. The players aren't that big, as big as FC Wichita. So this will be interesting to see what they do on these set pieces.
Definitely an impressive back line for FC Wichita. It's going to be hard to beat this team in the air, as we saw when they played Ozark FC. Oh, and
Lewis Bennett's looking for, I missed the player on the end, but made the run on the far post and just missed his toe on there.
I think that was Llewellyn Evans.
Well, it was number 7 over there. So that's Jorge Asensi. And here on the replay, just missed it. And here comes Steven Hammerski. Quick restart there for Hammerski, finds his back line, and they're looking to build up from the back.
If you're an FC Wichita fan, you've got to be happy right now. They are dominating possession here in the first early minutes of this game. And they've had a few opportunities on goal. They're knocking on the door. There's a great over-the-top ball.
Thomas Wells applying the pressure. He goes out of bounds from number 20. That's Clifford Mena. He's looking for the other direction. Assistant referee disagrees. Going to be a throw-in coming in for FC Wichita.
What a shot.
Just wide. Good, great hit there. Good challenge there from FC Wichita. Like to see that one on frame, but that's good work from FC Wichita. Was that Sebastian Pineda over there?
I believe so.
Yeah, Sebastian Pineda with the hit. Number 16, former OKC player. Going to go ahead and test that keeper.
If that ball dipped down any at all, it was going to end up in that far corner. Cooper Clark's played very well, but there's no stopping a ball like that.
Great run there. I believe that was Josh Garcia over there. Josh Garcia, he was picked up on a open tryout by OKC Energy U23s, playing in the Latin leagues in Oklahoma City. So big story behind Josh Garcia, exciting player. As you can see the pace that he had. Uzi Tayu having to slide, make a last-ditch sliding effort to put that ball out of bounds, a slow pace down. Josh Garcia, looking forward to seeing what he's going to do not only tonight, but for the rest of OKC Energy's season. So when he keeps play up like that, he might find some time on the senior team, Zagarino.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, if you can hear the sounds from the pitch, we've got almost a field level mic down there so you can hear some of the things that are going on the pitch. If you hear something that maybe you didn't want to hear, we apologize. But it's more exciting, I think, Zagarino, to hear, some of the talk, the fans can hear, the players talking on the pitch and See, it's not just a running game. It's a talking game. It's a mind game. Soccer, a lot to soccer.
Certainly. Oklahoma City, the good chance there, tried to play it from out wide. Now Hammerski puts the ball back in play.
Great step there by Landaverde.
Wichita not finding a lot of success on the near side. Number 10, that's
Sebastian Pineda.
Ben Andoa is just working hard.
Ben Ando's working hard. He's finding, unfortunately, he finds the ball. He finds two OKC defenders. It's difficult to go through. And that was a ball forward played by Leo Sosa looking for, he was looking for Sebastian Pineda. Great step there by Chris Lemons.
You'll find Lemons to be the crafty veteran there, tracking that ball the whole way before playing it forward. And now a great chance here.
Oh, Ben Ando looking inside the 18 on the edge of the 6-yard box for Frank Teyu. Just headed out. Great defensive effort there by OKC. Not to provide an effort there from Frank Teyu. Frank Teyu wants that on his head.
Yes, absolutely. With his size, that is how he is going to score his best goals in the outdoor game. But he has the footwork too.
Absolutely. Big boot, big leg from him as well. Watch number 6, Eddie Gomez. Eddie Gomez with a lot of speed for FC Wichita. The build-up started with Eddie. So excited to see what he's going to do today. Him getting his first start. Oh, what a defensive effort there from Uzi Teyu, and he gets fouled. Able to shoulder the ball off, turn the ball around, and then unfortunately gets fouled there by the OKC Energy player. I'll get you his name here in a second. FC Wichita with a quick restart. Fernando looking, providing the pressure. Ball goes out of bounds on a boot from Cooper Clark. Probably not what he wanted to do with that.
But some great pressure from Ando to kind of force his hand there and have him make that mistake.
Switch there by Nelson Landaverde. Oh, great work here.
And the defender just barely gets a toe on that shot to make sure that
Shuts
his
things.
keeper doesn't have to make a play on that.
Number 14, Munashi Raranji, all alone over here on the outside of the 18, making a run inside. Easily collected by Stephen Hammerski. Hammerski finds Ando open, and FC Wichita looking to make a counter here. They've got numbers.
Landaverde dropping that ball off there for Luis.
What a shot there from Vidal Pla. That's a Spanish international who plays soccer, senior last year from Friends University in Wichita. Oh, what a turn from Ben Ando. Unfortunate touch there from Ando. Just gets a toe in there and stops Ando from making that pass. Vidal Pla puts the ball out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in coming in for OKC.
Oklahoma City now looking to get forward there, but
ball played in, and Bennett is making some good plays. He seems to be acting more as the attacking mid, number 2 for OKC Energy, Luis Bennett. He's had some great vision, great sending the ball forward, creating some opportunities for OKC already, but also on the defensive end, he's been really the heart of breaking down the. And the shot comes in a little bit high from Ben Ando. Great shot there from Ben, little high. Going to be a goal kick coming up for the Energy.
It's kind of interesting. I don't think either team has really settled into the game yet, Johnny. It's almost like they're still trying to find their way. Wichita with the pressure forward, trying to get shots on goal, trying to take shots from distance, trying to do a little bit of everything to figure out what's going to work and what's going to break the deadlock. Now a great through ball there from Landa Verde to Tayu.
Just a little bit too much pace on it. Tayu being careful with that defensive back line for OKC, catching him off sides.
Yeah, when you got a big guy like that, it's real easy to see when he's a shoulder or a toe offside.
Oranji's still with the ball. Oranji's still with the ball. And the ball goes over the end line, going to be a throw-in for FC Wichita. It was exciting to see him working the ball, just couldn't find any help over there and started getting double-teamed by FC Wichita. Ball goes out of bounds. A bad giveaway there by Leo Sosa.
He was looking for the quick ball forward there. And
Bennett goes down, again, easily. A little bit of push from the back, unfortunately.
Yeah, and knowing that a guy like that's going to go down with a little bit of a touch, Ando's got to know better now for the rest of the game that that is not a guy that he wants to make any contact with, or he puts himself in a situation where the referee may interpret it differently than how it actually happened.
And 10 yards outside the end line here, or outside the 18, excuse me. Going to be an interesting opportunity here for OKC. Had a little bit too much on that last one with his left boot. Going to be a goal kick coming up for Steven Hammerski. Hammerski, last time FC Wichita fans saw him was this last Saturday, and it got a clean sheet. Previous to that, we saw him last year against the Sporting Kansas City U23s in a couple matchups. Hammerski last year going to PKs with the with the SKC U23s. Hammerski making 3 save and 3 PKs last year on them. So heck of a goalkeeper. We can't say enough about Steven Hammerski.
Yep, former indoor pro with the Kansas City Comets as well as the Wichita B-52s. So just a phenomenal talent. Happy to have him back on the team this year. Staying local. Now a great opportunity. Lays it off, and that's Chris Lemons clearing it away. He's going to draw the foul.
We got a whistle here. Well, FC Wichita's on the break. I don't know why the referee is stopping that. FC Wichita on the break.
Yeah, looking for a counterattack opportunity there, but...
And really had the numbers. That was unfortunate. Really had the numbers, but neither here nor there. FC Wichita is going to start with a free kick from inside their 18. It's a beautiful night. Clouds starting to cover up that sun. Zaccarino temperature should drop here a little bit. We've got several hundred fans here in the stands at Trinity Soccer Academy. We thank them for coming out. For all you Wichita fans that are tuning in, we hope that we can find you here next Saturday, 7:30 kickoff. FC Wichita facing St. Louis Atletico, in a conference matchup.
Yeah, it's
Frank Tayu strips the ball, finds Ben Ando.
Ando's looking to cross. Defender doing a great job of keeping it off to him. Landa Verde, dangerous from this distance.
Sends up to Deke. Well done there. Great defensive effort from OKC. Going to be a corner kick for FC Wichita. Exciting to see what they're going to do. They were working the short corners on Saturday and really ineffectively. And my guess is, obviously they were working the short corner stuff because they didn't have anything worked out with just a week worth of practices. Again, these set pieces require a lot of work, a lot of practice. So it looks like the coaching staff from FC Wichita has had some time here with the boys.
Yeah, that short corner, the coaching staff told us, really the only thing they did work on, and now a foul.
Foul called on FC Wichita inside the 18. Looks like he was pointing at Leo Sosa. Going to be a free kick coming up for Oklahoma City. Well, we're in the 25th minute here, still 0-0 in Wichita, Kansas. And this game won't finish 0-0, Zaccarino.
No, it will not. If it is tied at the end of regular time, we will go into 2 extra time periods.
Yep, 2 extra time periods, not golden goal. Have to complete both of those periods. If still at the end of both of those periods, the game's still tied, we'll go to PKs.
Yes.
And we were doing our pregame PK warm-ups because I believe the 25th round, if it's still tied, 25th round goes to broadcasters.
Yes.
So Zaccarino will be shooting for OKC, and I'll be shooting for FC Wichita. So I have a good feeling about that one, Zach, don't you?
You know what? I didn't make any PKs in practice, so.
Oh, great save there from Hammerski.
I would be worried.
Played right to him. That was a good build-up there from Oklahoma City.
Wore the wrong shoes.
Yeah, that's a good excuse. Good excuse. That's great.
Can hear the Air Capital firm.
Yeah, supporters group
getting loud over there. They're getting hungry for a goal.
Oh, what a turn from Thomas Wells.
Plays that through ball there.
Had a little bit of glory in his eyes. Should have played that ball low and across the 6-yard box for an opportunity. Had Nelson Landaverde running and Frank Tayu. Eddie Gomez had a little bit of glory in his eyes. Shoots a little bit high.
You have to lay that ball off there and
create an opportunity.
Absolutely.
OKC with the ball. They're looking to build from the back and get something going here. 27th minute, still 0-0. Great defensive effort from Uzi there. Uzi plays the ball to Leo. Leo sends it back, and it finds its way back to Steven Hammerski. So Hammerski's had a couple shots, but really nothing challenging him at this point.
No,
they've all been pretty shot at him, directly at him. So
Sosa trying to play that ball forward, and Abdo, instead of making a run there, just goes for
look to head the ball down.
His head, yeah.
Look to play the ball down with his head a little bit too high for that.
And that's the kind of things you're going to see when these teams have only had a week to 10 days. You know, they don't know each other, what they're going to do in these situations. So, you know, as both these two seasons progress, those things will tighten up, those things will get better, you know, which makes these early U.S. Open Cup round games, these early round games, so difficult because these teams have only been together for a short period of time.
Great call there from the official. Even though he's bigger, looks like Frank Tayu gets torn down trying to make the turn there. Going to be a free kick, dangerous free kick from about a little less than 30 yards outside.
I think that you'd see Sosa or Landaverde to take this.
You see Sosa up there. You see Vidal Pla, who on occasion will take a free kick for Friends. I'm the announcer for Friends. He can hit a ball as well. Spanish International's got a lot of pace on the ball. Could do some exciting things with his left foot or his right foot. Sosa and Vidal are working this out right now between the two of them. Sosa scored a lot of free kicks over the 4 years he's been with FC Wichita.
And you have to think that it's going to be aimed here for Uzi or Frank Tayu, the brothers. Both huge targets in the box.
We know one or two things. It's either going to be ripped in there or it's going to be chipped. And it's a shot, Vidal Pla. Really not what he wants to do. Way, way too high. And unfortunately, in those things, gets a little bit too far under the ball and doesn't hit it with enough pace.
Oklahoma City looking to move quick here. Some great balls
Josh
there,
Garcia offsides there for OKC. It's going to be a free kick coming up for FC Wichita. Again, fans, we want to see you out here Saturday, 7:30 kickoff. If you can come out, FC Wichita facing St. Louis, brand new club in the Heartland Conference and PSL Heartland Conference.
It's a beautiful facility. Again, FC Wichita playing this season at Trinity Sports Complex as their home. Stryker Soccer Complex is going under renovations, a beautiful renovation that's going to see a huge upgrade to that facility. But yeah, there's really no better way if you're local in town than to be here at the game.
Absolutely, Zach. $22 million renovation at that.
Now the pressure is going to come from number 23. That's Llewellyn Evans. He's been pushing forward for OKC tonight as well, almost playing like a forward himself. He's listed as a right midfielder. Now looking for that over-the-top ball.
Finds Chris Lemons. Oh, great through ball.
And keeper has to make a play with his feet.
Frank Tayu looks to chip over the top of him. Great job. Great breaking that up. Unfortunate from Frank Tayu. Couldn't get the ball chipped over the top of him. Great effort from the keeper there to stop. That was a dangerous through ball.
bold decision making from Cooper Clark, the goalkeeper for Oklahoma City. He's had to make a couple of those decisions so far in this game.
There we go. Well done there. Leo Sosa making the call for the assistant referee over there, calling for a handball, and he gets the call. Going to be a free kick again, just coming from just outside the 18 for FC Wichita. Exciting, dangerous place. Again, Vidal Pla stepping up with that left boot. Here to see what he's going to do here. Might be playing a ball in. We've got, again, a big roster for FC Wichita, especially with 6'3", both of them, Frank and Uzi Tayu.
Ball not quite getting to any of the big targets there. Oh, mishandled there.
Oh, unfortunate there for Uzi Tayu right there. I'm sorry, excuse me, Frank Tayu right there on the mishandle from Cooper Clark. He quickly corrects his mistake and comes up with the ball.
No. That's Landaverde. He ties up. Wow. Bennett furious at first and then changes his demeanor real fast, pleading with the referee.
Well, especially on a guy that flops like Bennett has on these past couple plays. But it's that way. You know what I mean? You get fouled and you go down. You foul and you don't go down. You know what I mean? You expect different things. It's just part of the game.
It's an unfortunate aspect of the modern game that many players these days will go down with the slightest contact. It's frustrating even when the teams that I support do it, but it is part of the game.
I will tell you, be the first one to say he's a quality player, no doubt, especially with the clubs that he's played for and plays for. Right. Currently, quality player, and for what we've seen on the pitch, quality player as well.
He's incredibly versatile. You know, he's taking free kicks. He's pushing up the field.
Defensively, he's fantastic.
Yes.
So, no, he's a great, wonderful player. I'm excited to see what he does tonight.
Defender does well to keep the ball in there. And see Bennett now switching sides of the field.
Great defensive effort there from Vidal Pla. Puts the ball out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in coming up for OKC in the 34th minute. Just starting the 34th minute, still 0-0 here at Trinity Soccer Academy in Wichita, Kansas. On behalf of FC Wichita, we thank you for tuning in, watching the game. First round of the U.S. Open Cup.
Now here's a great opportunity. Hammerski, though.
Very athletic goalkeeper is Stephen Hammerski. Stephen, again, comes from a great high school program here in Wichita, Bishop Carroll High School. Great, super great program. A lot of great players coming from Bishop Carroll. So good. Hammerski wasn't playing goalkeeper his sophomore year. I believe sophomore or junior year. He was playing on the pitch and was the City League's leading scorer.
Yes, leading goal scorer.
Right, he was a goalkeeper playing on the pitch. So Hammerski, absolutely athletic player with his feet, with his hands, great leaping ability.
Definitely somebody you don't have to worry about if it does come down to PKs. He's a guy you can count on to convert.
Can actually take a PK, and he's great, not only great at saving PKs, but can hit the ball as well. Throw-in coming up here for OKC in the 35th minute.
Ball unfortunate to go off of Abdo there. Leo Sosa now missing the ball. Chris Lemons there. And that veteran instinct of Lemons, no one's going to take that ball away from him.
No, he's fantastic. Absolutely veteran play, what you would expect from him. Man, I tell you what, Josh Garcia's got lightning speed, such great, amazing fast pace.
Lemons did not feature in that opener for.
No, not at all. He actually was
first action.
Was hurting a little bit, was injured a little bit, and has other things going on. Lemon's not the 18 to 22-year-old typical player that you see in the NPSL. He's already played college. He's already a high school coach. Lemon's in his late 30s, as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this. If you're feeling a little bit old at 30, imagine running around and chasing around 18 to 22-year-olds when you're almost 40 years old. So Chris Lemon's just a testament to versatility and fitness. What a turn by Ando.
Heart and love of the game, too. This is a guy who doesn't want to stop playing. And, when you have a passion and drive, you can really do anything. So
absolutely. Fitness, skill.
There's a shot.
Takes a shot, baby! Who is that? Leo Sosa chips the keeper. And look at this, Zaccarino. We're going to see the replay here coming up.
Wow.
From about 40 yards out, where we're trying to get the replay going here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is for you. Leo Sosa steps up from about 40 yards out, chips the keeper, finds the back of the net, baby. Puts FC Wichita up 1-0 in the 37th minute.
What an unbelievable strike. He is capable of doing these things. And we had the chance to talk to him after the game against Ozark FC on Saturday night. And he said if he can get those opportunities to come from his deeper midfield role, that he's going to score some goals. And sure enough, he delivers on his promise, puts FC Wichita into the lead.
Well, assistant referee raises his flag, indicating an offside on OKC. Referee tells him to play on. They're looking for Thomas Wells. A little bit too stiff on the through ball. OKC with the ball.
Big Uzi Tayu there, bringing the ball down.
Wonderful turn there by Uzi.
Playing it forward for his brother Frank. Now here's Sosa with the ball. He's through on goal. Makes the keeper.
In the back of the net, Leo Sosa! 38th minute, Leo Sosa gets the brace. Back-to-back minutes. Leo tries to go through the keeper's legs. Keeper saves it. Wonderful job on the save. Leo gets his own rebound and puts it into the top of the net.
Right.
Wonderful effort from Leo Sosa. Puts it in there. The keeper, the defender trying to head the ball away, heads it in the back of the net. Unfortunately for him, it was already going into the back of the net anyway. FC Wichita up 2-0.
Very little that could be done to stop that ball and the trajectory that it was on from going into the back of the net. Air Capital Firm is on their second consecutive smoke bomb.
As you can see over there, smoke is flowing in the supporter section. Smoke is flowing. Well, great start here for FC Wichita.
It'll be interesting the changes that the Energy make here in the 39th minute.
In response, well, they both...
FC Wichita is just pushing up, putting all the pressure on right now.
Well, as you could see when Leo Sosa on that last goal by Leo Sosa, I can't tell if it was Landaverde or Gomez that was making the run, but they were making that run offside. So Leo kept that.
And he had to, and
he's going to be offsides here, unfortunately. He's going to be offsides. And unfortunately puts it in the back of the net. Should be 3-0, but again, Tayu offsides. Just a hair.
But FC Wichita is not giving up in this match. Last year, finally making it to the second round against St. Louis FC of the USL. Scorcher of a game, ended 4-3 in extra time. So FC Wichita knows that, you can't rest on a 1-0, 2-0 lead. Of course, they say 2-0, the most dangerous.
This is Larry Enlow, one of the owners, former director of soccer operations. Larry Enlow, former pro Larry Enlow, will always say 2-0 is the most dangerous lead. Well, last year...
And unless you're the USA playing Mexico, it is
Dos a 0.
That's correct.
OKC with the ball. We're into the 41st minute here. 2-0 FC Wichita leading OKC Energy U23s. It's been an exciting match and really.
Oh, it looks like there's a clash of heads here. The referee should be stopping.
It's been a tighter game than you think, and that, unfortunately, it's Chris Lemons down, so I guarantee you there was a clash of heads. Lemons is not the type of player to flop.
No, they definitely collided.
And the other player down is number 14, Munashi Raranji for OKC. Looks like he's up, and I'm glad. Hopefully he's okay. Touching his head a little bit, make sure he's okay.
Lemons looks rocked, though.
Players will get a little bit something to drink here. Coaches will take an opportunity, trainers will take an opportunity to take a look at the players, talk to the players. And this is a little bit of information for youth coaches.
Yes.
Youth coaches, a lot of times when youth coaches have a player go down on the pitch, they have players take a knee. Well, it's not really great to do that. Players tighten up. And also coaches are missing an opportunity. You can talk tactics with your players. You can stretch your players out, give them water. Just a little bit of, here's another opportunity to talk to your players, to get them hydrated, to get them stretched out, keep them fit for the game, keep them going in the game, rather than taking a knee. Now, obviously taking a knee is a sportsmanship thing. It's a very sportsmanlike thing to do, but it's not necessarily a smart thing to do as far as the role of play goes and fitness for your players. So just for any youth coaches that are out watching, take this into consideration. And that comes from one of my buddies who's a coach for a PDO club in the Cincinnati Dutch Lions. That's Brandon Ponchak, goalkeeper coach.
The more you know with Johnny Freedom.
The more you know with Johnny Freedom, courtesy of assistant coach for the Dutch Lions, Brandon Ponchak.
Lemons is up.
Looks like Lemons up. He's going to probably have to come off for a second. I don't know if they have protocol for the head injury or not, if they're thinking that he might have a concussion. I don't see Chris Lemons coming out of this game, to be honest with you.
It depends on how he's feeling. It'll be interesting to see who would come in for him.
Well, defensive.
A couple of options on the bench.
Absolutely. Defensively, we've got Taylor Subero. More than likely, what they would do is they're going to push one of the outside backs. More than likely, they'll push Sebastian Pineda into the middle and put Subero on the right side. Taylor Subero, Costa Rican international, tons and tons of speed. Tons of speed. So is a great outside back. Also plays for Friends University. Love watching him play.
And it looks like Baranji for Oklahoma City is okay and going to come back into this game. Lemons
getting warmed up.
Run here for a second, see if you can shake the cobwebs out. Of course, if he is experiencing any side effects, would hope that he would just sit the remainder of this one out. But that would be a huge blow defensively. He's been a rock in central defense for FC Wichita in this game.
OKC smart. They're going to take advantage of FC Wichita playing a man down right now.
And it looks like FC Wichita is just going to be content to possess the ball, let their defense hold on to it. Leo Sosa playing back in that central defender spot.
Great tackle there from Thomas Wells. Unfortunate from the referee. Completely disagree with that, but again, I didn't have the angle that the referee had, I suppose.
Don't know if he was thinking he came in with 2 feet or what was going on there, but he got the ball. Player didn't go down. Interesting decision there from the official.
Again, this Bennett kid, I like him. I like his style of play, but for a guy that gets upset when players go down easily, he sure goes down easy. That was a little weak. I'm sure when they watch this film tomorrow or the next day, the coaches and his fellow players will agree. Maybe they'll have a little laugh about it. Going to be a free kick coming up for OKC. They've been dangerous on free kicks, Zach.
Right.
Super dangerous.
Great opportunity up a man.
45th minute. I'm not sure how much. We haven't got an indication of how much stoppage time we're going to see in this first half. But FC Wichita doesn't want to sit back here.
And it looks like
they're only playing 8 players up, it looks like, so FC Wichita's got the numbers.
And the
Leo
size.
Sosa gets up.
Size advantage comes into play there. And it looks like there is going to be a sub. See number 12.
Yeah, that's number 12 coming in for FC Wichita. That's Jared Robbins. Jared Robbins also one of those what do you call it? Help me out, Zach. Open tryout
Yes.
players from McPherson. Scored last week on a header on the assist from his buddy Eddie Gomez, both from McPherson. So Jared, a big player, big tall player, 6'2" player. Jared Robbins about to come in for Chris Lemons.
Not quite sure what the call is for extra time. But we are into injury time. Substitution.
Oh, terrible ball from Vidal Pla. Dangerous ball from Vidal Pla. FC, well defended there by Leo Sosa. Well done from Leo Sosa to clear that ball.
See Lemons on the sideline giving some instruction there to
Okay, how the heck was that not a foul? Climbing over the back of Frank Teyu. Trouble, dangerous shot wide
Very dangerous.
for OKC. Sebastian Pineda's upset over there, loses his footing, goes down, and now we've got Jared into the game for Chris Lemons.
He didn't get much of a warm-up there, so.
Absolutely.
But it's close enough to halftime that he should be okay and get some time to stretch out.
Stoppage time. We're into stoppage time here in Wichita. Still 2-0 FC Wichita. It's a bit deceiving. It's been a close game.
But a great burst there towards the end of the half from FC Wichita, and specifically Leo Sosa with a rocket. Oh, and now.
Great ball there, but well defended from Uzi Tayu.
Yeah, he's going to be a hard guy to get around. Again, the size of this FC Wichita back line is going to be a problem for a lot of teams in the NPSL and in the U.S. Open Cup should they advance.
And just a heads up for fans watching the game, we are not in charge of any of the graphics. So normally we would have the clock going, we would have stoppage time going for you. U.S. Soccer, who is running this stream tonight, is in charge of the clock as well as stoppage time, the scores, everything. So again, we apologize. Normally we would have this up for you. Normally we would have had a starting 11 for both clubs. But again, U.S. Soccer in control of all the graphics tonight. So apologize if we can't see this for you. Thomas Wells sends a ball across.
It's going to fall. Oh, wow. Great clearance there.
Looking for Nelson Landevert. He heads the ball down, and it's cleared by OKC. And that's the end of the first half. Zaccarino. Well, here we are in Wichita, Kansas at Trinity Soccer Academy. Beautiful evening out. FC Wichita leading in this U.S. Open Cup first round match over the OKC Energy FC U23s 2-0 on a brace from Leo Sosa, scoring in the 37th, and then a follow-up, his completing his brace in the 38th minute. Well, we'll have a short halftime break of about 15 minutes, and then we'll be back for second half action. On behalf of FC Wichita, I'm Johnny Freedom here with Zaccarino Light, and we'll be right back. ridiculous.